Alright guys, how's it going? I wanted to make a video here to show you how I turned an ordinary steel door for a house, the front door. You know, it's the plain, ugly looking white steel. Actually, mine, one side was white and the other side was red. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this door look like it's made of wood. I wasn't at all prepared to do this. I actually got started already, as you can see. And then I thought, I should make a video. People should know how I do what I do. And as you can see, I have a crazy shop here, and I like to do crazy things for free. I don't want to pay somebody to do it. I want to do it myself. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Basically, what I'm doing here is I took the door off the hinges, okay? And I washed it. I took, where's it at here? A bottle of Dawn dish soap and water. Mixed it all up, sprayed the door down, and then I used a rag and I washed it off. Let that thing dry, and as soon as it's dry, pick a color of your choice. So what I've got here is your famous Walmart brand color place and flat paint, so it'll be kind of like a bond coat. So what we're doing is I've already started the red side. I'm going to do 2 coats on each side and on the sides all the way around. In my case, after that dries, I'm going to take hickory gel stain and I'm going to spread it on with some cheap wooden brushes from Walmart, the 90-cent specials. And I'm going to coat this door in small sections, and then I will use cheesecloth, which is this, it's like a rag, but it's textured almost. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that cheesecloth and wipe off the gel stain that I put on. And essentially that gives it the wood effect. Coat one on that side. Oh, in case you guys were wondering, how in the heck is this door standing up? So, working with this door, it's really important not to lay it down, because some of the steps that come up kind of throws you off. Plus, I want to be able to do both sides at the same time. I don't want to wait for one side to dry and then get to the next side. So what I did was, you can see, I just put 2 conduit holders. I screwed it to the top of the door and then used some rope and propped it up. And I just have a couple pieces of scrap wood there to raise it up off the ground just a little bit. But yeah, that makes it a lot easier. One thing you want to do is, in order to get this effect to look, that much better, is you want to have your brush strokes go in the direction that your wood grain is going to go. I'm using a cheap brush because I like these brush marks that it leaves, kind of like indentions, which in the end is going to represent the grain of the wood. So if you look, this piece here is going to go up and down. This centerpiece will go up and down, and this one will go up and down, and then these ones will go left to right, left to right, left to right, and left to right. So as I'm brushing this on, I'm going up and down. I'm not doing this direction here, going like this. And then when I get to these sections, I'm going to do it in this direction. The centerpieces really don't matter as long as your brushes are going down and over, up, and then these ones I like to have going up, and then the smaller ones here I'll go left to right, just kind of give it a little variation. Looks like the UPS guy is here with some packages. Nothing like my morning coffee. You didn't see on video, but my fiance actually came out here a little bit ago and got a little upset with me because the barn looks like a tornado hit it. I promise this place was clean 2 hours ago. And I started 7 different projects at the same time, and this is what happened. It's okay. It'll get clean again. Real quick, before I jump to the next coat, I did do a door on my guest house. I guess you could say it's a, what is it called, an in-law suite, little log cabin. Had the same kind of door. It was blue, and I've already done it, so I'll take you over there and show you how it's going to look. Alright, as you can see, as I come up on the cabin here, you see that door. That door looks really nice. Don't mind the mess. I just kind of worked on the inside and took everything out, but this is what it'll look like when it's done. This is my first try. Made a couple mistakes, but the door I'm doing now, I won't make those mistakes. And this one, I didn't do the other side. I left it white. I was trying to be fast. And yeah, this is the little cabin. Alright, second coat. Alright guys, short break here. We are currently, it's unfortunate that right now is the coronavirus pandemic and only essential travel is allowed, but in the midst of taking my door apart, I did break the old doorknob that was on it. So now me and Talon Renee are headed to Menards as an essential trip to buy a new doorknob in order to ensure the safety of my family at home with a locked door. So I have deemed this essential. Alright, so I've got the coats on the door. I've let it dry for, 3 or 4 hours. It's good to the touch. And if you remember, I talked about the direction of my brush. So on a real wooden door, you've got your wood going this way and you've got your wood going this way, and there's some definitive lines separating those boards, of course. So what we need to do is fake that. So what we're going to do is we're going to tape off the parts that go up and down. Okay, so now once you have this thing taped off how you want it, we're going to take our cheap little 97-cent, 89-cent, whatever it costs, brush and our gel stain. I'm using a hickory. So I'm going to stir it up just a little bit, and in my case I don't have any stir sticks, so I use whatever I can find, which in this case is an all natural stick. So I'm going to mix it up a bit. So that cheesecloth, And I recommend wearing rubber gloves for this step because it does get messy. So now I'm going to take my gel stain and I'm going to work the up and down sections first. Okay, that's one section. Now I'm going to take my cheesecloth, wash now. Just like so. And then keep working it. We're going to do 2 coats per section. So I'm doing the up and down. I'm going to let it dry a little bit. And then I'm going to come back with a second coat. Then once that's done, we'll let it dry. We're going to remove that tape. And then we're going to do the left to right sections. The horizontal and vertical. Hello.
Amanda's getting it done.
Who?
Amaya's mom.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. How many days is this going to take?
It'll be done tomorrow.
It will?
Mm-hmm.
How come it took you so long for the cabin?
Took me 2 days.
Babe, I think you need to paint all in the same direction.
Well, everything, these go this direction. And that's why it's taped off. These panels go up and down. These panels will go left to right. All right, now I got coat 1 done on both sides, as you can see. So now I'm going to do coat 2 in the same spots. All right, guys, so I've let this dry. I took the tape off. Now I'm gonna go and brush in the left to rights. All right, guys, it's morning time now. We're gonna get this door finished, okay? So now it's time to put on the protective coat. And what we're gonna use is a polyacrylic. It's a matte finish. So it's gonna protect the door, but it's not gonna be all glossy and shiny. You know, sometimes that's not a great thing, especially when the sun's shining down on it. Creates that reflection and heat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put like 3 coats of this stuff on. We're gonna put 1 coat on, let it dry, and then once it's not tacky anymore, we're gonna put on another coat, and then another, and then we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna put on new hardware for my trip to Menards. Alright guys, so I've let this thing dry several hours. It's very nice to the touch. So when I took this door off, it had these old, cheap, gold stuff. And the hinges were gray. And it had a nice knocker. Says Temple. Previous owners, not us. So what I did when I took that trip to Menards, I got a new knocker, old rub bronze to match. And I got old Rub Bronze hinges to match, 4-inch. And I also got a new keypad lock, a Menards Special True Bolt. So I'm going to go ahead and get these put on, hang the door back, and we'll see how it turned out. All right, guys. Well, I've got it in. Looked really nice. Turned out good. Actually, it was a pain in my butt because the hinges didn't match up. I had to adjust them and get it all in. But yeah, got the nice lock on there. Go ahead and unlock. I want to see my code. Yeah, turned out pretty good. Thanks for watching.